Oh gosh. He's on the swings. Oh, hi. Yeah, that scared me.
It's a situation no parent wants to find themselves in. You turn your head for a split second, your child is gone. It can happen to anyone at any time in any place.
It scares me. It scares me so much. Someone would just be like, hey, I have candy. And he'd be like, heck yes, candy.
Today on Delmarva Life, could microchipping your child be the key to keeping them out of harm's way?
A new week brings with it a new batch of fugitives. Maybe you know one of them or recognize one of them when you're out running about, running your errands. How your tips can fight crime on Delmarva or even land you some cash.
This dog is doing some crime fighting of her own. See how Selma's scent detection capabilities are helping police capture crooks, but it's not your ordinary sniff and find. Selma's got a high-tech trait that's helping police close cases.
You close the lid to the grill. You're playing it safe with the flame, the heat, the propane, the charcoal. But there's another grilling danger you may have never considered: the grill brush. Wait till you hear how it landed 2 women in the hospital and how you can prevent the same thing from happening to you.
Also have to play it safe when it comes to motorcycles, and there's certainly a ton of them on the roads this time of year. We're going to review the rules of the road and what we all need to remember on 2 wheels or 4 to make sure that everyone stays safe.
Well, maybe you cram your motorcycle or your car or all of your junk into the garage. Wouldn't it be nice to utilize that space instead? Well, it's time for a transformation. See how just a few upgrades can turn your garage into a room that will work for you.
These young inventors are working for you too, using their minds to solve problems both big and small. You're going to see how their inventions are making a difference and how they're proving that ambition is ageless.
And I stopped by Camp Outback at the Lower Shore Family YMCA to see what their campers are in for this summer. Delmarva Life starts right now! Woo!
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
Absolutely nuts. I'm Jimmy Hoppa. Welcome to Delmarva Life from Historic Studio D. Wow, Sir Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
A weather evacuation,
Yeah.
and a muddy Father Day. Sean Stryker said it was a very memorable Firefly
I tell you
festival.
what, between the zip line and Firefly, he has had an incredible
Is there anything
past couple
he
of days.
won't do?
I don't know. We're
Yeah.
trying to find out. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely hot for Firefly, a little rainy, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's going to be hot the rest of the week. And I know a lot of people are hoping samples from a popular swimming location come up clean today. Cove Road Beach in Bival, that's in Wicomico County. It's been closed due to elevated bacteria levels. Now, health officials say the levels are typically seen after prolonged periods of heavy rain, which we've had. Wicomico County health officials say they will resample the water today to find out if people can go back to swimming, and we'll have those results for you tonight on WBOC News.
Yep, gonna have that up at 6 o'clock. The sharp eyes of you, our Delmarva Life viewer, brought in another fugitive behind bars. Joanne Maria Abdullah profiled on last week's Most Wanted Monday, located by the Perryville Police Department the day before yesterday. Wanted for felony theft and theft scheme, as well as multiple counts of credit card fraud. Sheriff's Department received several Crime Solver tips, including one advising she'd gone to Perryville, but without an address. We're going to talk more with Lieutenant Tim Robinson about that on Most Wanted Monday here momentarily.
Oh, yeah. And Monday is usually the day we talk about gas prices. And remember, last Monday we were telling you that AAA was predicting gas prices to slide. Well, we're still waiting, because they actually went up last week. Yeah, so now the automotive group is saying a decline in supplies and persistent refinery problems actually led to those hikes at the pump. But experts say, be patient. Those prices will come down eventually.
Eventually.
Okay,
still waiting on the gas prices, but Saturday was a very good day for housing Quint 78 at the Greenwood Fire Company. Here we are, just inside the engine bay, and Ralph Moore riding in the officer's seat as it was pushed by department members, city, county, and state officials, pushing it back into the bay. Mr. Moore, there in the officer's seat, which is the front right. He is the oldest living member in Greenwood with 70 years in the fire service. Isn't that something?
Amazing. And you were there. I heard you looked wonderful in your uniform.
Had my new uniform. It was a good time for all.
Oh, so glad to hear that. And a good time for all at the 123rd Annual Convention and Parade for the Maryland State Firemen's Association. It's this week. Yeah, this is from last year's parade. This year, the Fire Prevention Committee is presenting a NASCAR silent auction. Now, the public is invited to come in and meet the firemen and see the exhibits from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. through Wednesday, and then Wednesday is actually the annual parade. It starts at 1 p.m. on 15th and Baltimore.
Right. I'm going to be in for the prayer breakfast that morning. I speak at that. And then look for me. I'll be driving Laurel's brush truck, 00, and pulling our dive trailer. So we'll see you Wednesday afternoon, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, look for Jimmy.
Going to be an exciting evening of stock car racing for a good cause tomorrow night, the 43rd annual Camp Barnes Benefit Stock Car Race. Drivers from throughout the region, including several from Delaware, are expected to compete in big block modified, super late models, TSS modifieds, crate late model modified, lights, little Lincoln and Delmarva Chargers for a prize topping $35,000. This event's the largest yearly fundraiser for the Delaware State Police Camp near Frankfort. Also going to be live entertainment, activities, and displays from Delaware State Police and a whole bunch more. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Delaware International Speedway in Delmar. The gates are going to open at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Racing starts at 7. Tickets, $20 for spectators, $30 for pit tickets.
A lot of fun. Yeah. I love cars and I love Porsches. You know, the second annual Porsche-rama benefiting disabled and recovering veterans. It actually took place in Easton. Jim Ridgway and Wayne Patchett, members of the Marine Corps League, joined Larry Hansel, Maryland State Senior Vice Commander of the Military Order of the Purple Heart. Total funds raised on location exceeded $1,500, with some pledges and residual contributions yet to be counted.
Haven't counted it all yet.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot moving there, and somebody else that's doing some moving. Do you remember hearing the name Caitlin Adams? Caitlin's a 19-year-old sophomore from St. Michael's at Towson University who is running 390 miles across the entire state of Maryland. Now, Caitlin has actually been with us here on Delmarva Life, and she explains why she's doing what she's doing.
I want to make a difference, and I want to help make other people's lives better. And the reason that I chose prosthetics is because exercise and running is something that's always made me feel good. It's helped me become stress-free, and I think that everybody should be able to have that opportunity.
Caitlin is raising funds for a group called Limbs for Life. She said the Limbs for Life Foundation really didn't believe her when she said that she would run across the entire state, and well, they would appreciate it if she could raise $2,500. So far, she's topped $17,000. Here she is doing an interview in front of the courthouse there in Centerville. It's been a wonderful time for her. She's going to arrive in Ocean City on Saturday. Now, if you would like to pitch in and help her, help the 243 people who are still waiting on the prosthetic list, you'll find her link on WBOC.com. All you have to do is click on her picture there at the top of the page.
Hey, Caitlin.
Very good stuff. You know, some people, well, they're simply afraid to fly. Not the case, little Leah. That's Dad in the pilot's seat.
Oh, my goodness.
That is his 4-year-old's first aerobatic ride.
I can.
And if that didn't just make your whole Monday better, I just don't know what it's going to take. Here we go.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh, she's great.
She is great. I know I wouldn't be laughing and probably screaming. Well, it looks like she is experiencing some adventure this summer, but what about your kids? Still ahead, Delmarva Life Sean Stryker shows us a few fun ideas for your child's summer vacation, how the kids can not only enjoy themselves, but experience and learn new things all summer long.
Maybe you'll be spending your summer cruising around Delmarva on your motorcycle. Of course, you're going to have a blast, but it's important to always stay safe. So coming up, we're going to hear how we can be sure that everyone stays safe, plus review the rules of the road that you might be a little rusty on.
But first, we run down the list of wanted fugitives here on Delmarva. Just after the break, Lieutenant Tim Robinson not only shares a way you can help local police, but also how you can land some cold, hard cash in your pocket.
Not only can we help local police, but so can our furry four-legged friends. Coming up, we're going to hear more about these hero dogs and how they can now sniff out more than we ever thought. Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.